Tonight is a very special night. Tonight is about a lot of transparency of me sharing with you where I'm at, where I've come from, and how this session, this live class on self-hypnosis has really helped me transcend, has really helped me really get out of the rut, out of the headspace I was a couple of years ago. I was in a very bad place. It wasn't healthy. It was very disturbing. And fortunately, love that word, I am much happier today. I feel confident. I feel alive. I'm excited. There's amazing opportunities happening in my life. There's amazing positive people in my life. I have an incredible relationship with my best friend. And I've got some amazing clients. And this is something that I will really want to share with you. I have a lot of valuable things to share with you. And one of them is my journey. I'll be brief. I won't take too long. About 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, an event happened in my life. I was separated from my family and landed up very emotionally unstable, lots of anxiety, panic attacks, and I was not used to that at all. It was very foreign to me, almost unacceptable in my mindset, because I was a very confident, very positive person, and all of a sudden I just had no control over my emotions. I was just having thoughts all day long of abandonment, of doubt, of fear of failure, loss of control. My responses were very triggered negatively, and I knew this was bad. I just couldn't put like my finger on it, like this is the problem. It was just very, you know outrageous, and I knew I was in trouble. And that's what really sparked me on this journey of, okay, Kevin, you've been a CEO multiple times. You're good at making amazing money. I've made good money. How can you all of a sudden be in a place where you're in a pit on a snowy day with a lion? How can that be? That just didn't make sense to me. My logic could not understand that. Yet my emotions were controlling me. And I want to remind you, emotions are not intelligent. I want to remind you that fear, anger, anxiety, depression, they're not intelligent. Okay. Learning to cope with them and control them and have authority over them, that's a different story. I didn't have any of that. So here I am living in a meth trailer. No, I wasn't doing meth. It was the only thing I could afford at that time. Living out in Bend, Oregon, out in some property there. No power, no water to the camper. The whole thing was just covered in, it was all dark inside. I had to rip it off the walls and the windows because it was used for a meth lab. Why do I know? Because a family member knew it was, could smell it, because they're also psychologists and they deal with their practice. And they've got a lot of experience and very advanced in therapy. And I could smell this kind of acidity, this kind of chlorine, this kind of very, very awkward smell. As I bring up the memories, it's triggering me. Excuse me. It's been a while. Woo! Brush that off. Look at the goosebumps. So I got on YouTube, and for hours and hours a day, I would listen to YouTube on motivational speaking by Tony Robbins, Dr. Joe Dispenza. And the more I delved deep into looking for answers, the more I started to go deeper and deeper. And I found this guy called Jose Silva. Jose Silva was a radio technician out in Arizona, I believe. And he had come up with a technique where he had realized that through the mind and through hypnosis, he could advance his children's education and their memory and their ability to kind of almost have telepathy, situation. And it was amazing. So I started listening to his sessions, and it would start, all of a sudden I started to feel calm, started to have some clarity in my mind just from listening to his sessions. I think they were like 18 minutes long, and they really helped calm me down and bring me comfort. Then I thought, this is interesting. So I started realizing what's hypnosis, because to me, hypnosis was a stage hypnotist on stage, making somebody cluck like a chicken and look like a complete clown. Again, this is primitive back then because that's what I thought. I did not have a good understanding about hypnosis. So I started going deeper, and I started to realize like this is a very transformative therapy. It's actually evolutionary therapy. We've just been sometimes used in the wrong context, which is okay. I'm a certified stage hypnotist. Yes, I did study that, and I can do it because I was intrigued. I've got many certifications and a diploma in the hypnotherapy world, many of them. I've got 39 certifications and one diploma in mind, body, and spirit psychology. That's only in the past year and a half, less than a year and a half, a year and literally 4 months. So then I thought, I'm going to go back to school, and I wanted to go to Tony Robbins motivational school and started looking up that. And I realized that motivation was temporary. It wasn't permanent. I was looking for a permanent change, a permanent fixture, permanent solution. I would have to keep coming back for more and more and more. That to me is just silly. That's a con. And I found out that Tony Robbins was a master hypnotist. So I'm going, Jose Silva, hypnosis, Tony Robbins, master hypnotist. What is this hypnosis, hypnotism, hypnotherapy? What is this all about? Of course, I went deeper because that's just who I am. And I found that a lot of these very influential speakers have all been trained in hypnosis, in hypnotherapy. Even some of your charismatic pastors in big churches. That's correct. Yes. I can show you techniques, and I know techniques that they're using to their audience. I digress. I'm a man of faith, and I won't go there. I have my own opinion on that, okay? So I went to the #1 hypnotherapy school in the world in Los Angeles. They accepted me. I literally just called them the one day, and within one day I was signed up. I was just signed up. I got into it. I started within weeks later, and I was rocking and rolling. Now I wasn't living in my meth lab anymore, my meth trailer anymore. I was now living in my car. So I've lived in my car for over a year. And prior to that, for a couple of months, I was kind of couch surfing. See, all the members of him back now, they're kind of negative. So I'm trying to be eloquent in my speech. And I started to do a lot of mind therapy and mind control to understand myself and the subconscious mind and being unconscious and the superconscious and so forth. Good books to read about Joseph Murphy, Neville Goddard, and so forth. I went deep, guys, and I always do. I always master whatever I get into. And I started to record my own self-hypnosis sessions for myself. So I would induce myself. Yes, I would take myself into progressive relaxation. So I take myself really deep, count myself out. So I become into unconscious hypnotic state, like a wonderful trance. Then I'd have these 10-minute audios, 9-minute audios, sometimes 18-minute audios, then reprogram my subconscious programming, because the subconscious is 90% of your brain power. It's your program, that's your processing. And it completely transcended me. It just took me from here to here. Not here, here. You've seen that little video of mine of Tom Cruise. Not here, I'm up here now. Elevated me. So tonight I'm going to teach you. You can do this. You don't need me. Now I can guide you. I'll put a link to my website. You can get a one-on-one session with me. I'm not trying to sell you. This isn't an upsell. This is just, I'm giving you things of value that I want to share with you. And then you decide from there. You make a choice. It's up to you. So I did progressive relaxation, got myself into an induced state, did some reprogramming. All of a sudden, I started to feel more calmer. I had clarity of mind. I could control my responses. So if things were kind of irking me, or when you're homeless, you get very insecure. You start talking to yourself a lot. A lot of things bother you. and you become very like introverted, and you kind of cower, and all of a sudden I knew other people that were homeless. I could just see by the way they behaved that they were homeless. I got to know them by their name. The sad thing was that a lot of them had negative talk. I had been doing self-hypnosis, so I was giving myself positive suggestions, meaning I was giving message units to my subconscious of positive images, emotions, and like future goals that I wanted. So I was doing this subconsciously to myself in hypnosis to myself. And that just like, guys, I tell you, it revolutionizes your mindset. You all of a sudden start to realize your habitual ways starts to change, and all of a sudden you do things different. You go like, wow, I didn't do that before, and I'm doing that. That's so strange. And then I realize it's because of my reprogramming of my subconscious mind, which I call like the Taj Mahal, the Mona Lisa, the castle, the infinite intelligence, which is the prime source, that's the source. Another word that I call it is the Holy Grail. I mean, every day I'm looking for the spirit. I'm always looking for something to call this magnificent subconscious mind of ours. There's 90% of us that's unconscious to us, our programming. So I'm going to share with you, I'm going to actually give you a link to my progressive relaxation script, my entire script that I crafted. Okay, it's mine. It's many different pieces of elements from my years of experience and my thousands of hours of practice and expertise into one script. Okay. I want you to read that into your phone. So just take your phone, read it into your phone. Okay. And then just go ahead and then, you can write your own script on suggestibility. Go to OpenAI or go to Gemini, or just say, give me a script on self-confidence, or give me a script for self-hypnosis on fear of failure. Whatever you feel that you are having a hard time with, you can actually, it will do it for you automatically. And then you can just tweak it and give it your signature. That's the quickest, easiest way. I have hundreds of scripts from school, and other students have shared, and professors and instructors. I mean, I've got so much. I mean, I've got like 80% of my computer is just documents, because I've collected so much content. I've digested it, and I've kind of crafted it, and I've mixed it up, and I've made it mine. Well, for many reasons. I'm smart because I want to make sure that there's a copyright infringement. That's the first thing. And second of all, I want it to be mine. So I can't write what I don't know. That's impossible. So I take what I've been taught, and then I kind of craft it and I massage it to what suits me and resonates with me. And then I record it, and I'm on version like 8.8 right now of my self-hypnosis scripts. I'm just going to go and have a look right now at my hypnosis scripts. I have this. What version am I on right now? Hypnosis. I am on version 2, but I've now done a version 3. And in those, I've done multiple. In version 2, I've done 8 different recordings. Then I started at version 2, and I did another, I think I did 3 recordings there. And then I'm now going to version 3. So I'm always evolving my scripts because my mind is evolving. I'm getting elevated, so I'm changing that. So this really is this is an introductory class. It's an introductory lesson into self-hypnosis and why it's so vital. It's so important for you. Because like me, I'm skeptical, so I wouldn't go see a hypnotherapist. And many people have. Pretty much every single celebrity, every peak performance athlete, I'm talking Ronaldo, Messi, LeBron James, Charlize Theron, they've all gone to go see a hypnotherapist for some presenting issue or peak performance, or to elevate their mindset, or get them to score better. They all have. A lot of that has to do with imagery, meditation, inner child work, hypnotherapy. A lot of this is PTSD. A lot of this is just dealing with a lot of our triggers and controlling them better so we can perform better, right? So it's like self-mastery is really what it is. And bottled all this into an audio, and then every day, especially in the beginning, I did it 3 times a day. When I woke up in the morning in my car before I went into the gym to shower and wash for the day. So I'd be at Panera Bread by 6 a.m. when Panera Bread would open up. And I'd be at Panera Bread all day long till 9 p.m., 7 days a week for a year. I mean, my school didn't know, but I was homeless, going to school full time from Panera Bread. It was very interesting. And you know what? I did what I had to do because I wanted to educate myself and have a better understanding of this transformative evolutionary therapy. So I'll share with you my progressive, and you can use it, you can share it. I'm just asking that's mine. So please, if you're going to make courses or if you see clients, you can use my progressive relaxation script. Just don't go make courses and use it because it's kind of mine. And then you'll get a knock on the door from Kevin Dutois. But feel free to use it on yourself or change it, update it, tweak it, rewrite it in OpenAI or Gemini or what's the other one? Boris. You feel free. It's all good. There's Meta now. Meta and Facebook has their own AI. Google. I mean, there's so many. And then just tweak it and make it yours. And then take whatever presenting issue, like maybe you have anxiety, maybe you have some negative thoughts, then use those scripts after your, and I'll give you an outline after your progressive relaxation into induction, which is your self-hypnosis script. And then you count yourself out. And I'll give you an example right now before we end. Remember, I only have 13 minutes with you. Your time is valuable, and so is mine. So I don't want to waste your time. And I can just show you what I crafted. I crafted many. I've crafted every day. I'm working on scripts every single day, which is so interesting because I used to be a Hollywood screenwriter and I've directed a bunch of movies in Hollywood. And I worked in Hollywood for about 16 years. I worked in some of the biggest feature films, everything from Saving Private Ryan to Gladiator to my last movie at DreamWorks was Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. My last feature film was that I worked on as an assistant editor was Flight to the Phoenix with Dennis Quaid and Giovanni Ribisi and Tyrese Gibson. So I've kind of always been in that creative entity, that creative force. And now with advanced technology, 21st century tools, we can have a script like that in seconds and then tweak it to our own advantage. And it's given us, it's all your own style, your own technique. So it's free. It's your copyright in a sense that the AI is doing for you. And I'll read you one now in a few minutes. So that's what helped me get to where I am today, is if I did not transform not my consciousness, because that was 10% and that was failing, my 90% my subconscious programming, and just elevating that and kind of polishing it, kind of giving myself an upgrade, I would be in a very bad place. Because when I was homeless and I was walking the streets, parking my car in the parking lot and walking over to Panera, I would have two books. My books are in the car because I go to have coffee in the morning. I'd have two books in my hand, and there would be other homeless people spiking up whatever they were doing. I don't know what it is because I don't put my energy into that. And they would look at me and I'd look at them, and here I am walking past two homeless people while they're doing drugs in their arm, and I'm walking with two books in my hand. Very big difference, because I made sure I took care of this instead of taking care of my emotions or that temporary numbness. I'm not blaming them. Trust me, I have never walked in their shoes, so I do not know their circumstances or what they've experienced. I'm just showing you the difference of what had helped me become instead of me going even more down. And the reason homeless people, I know this sounds so basic, so simple, it's such simple, primitive psychology. The reason homeless people are so out there talking to themselves and screaming and shouting and lots of negative talk is because when you're alone, you talk to yourself a lot. So I spoke to myself a lot. There was I was speaking words of affirmation and law of attraction and positive things to attract into my universe better things than where I was, because I knew it was the only thing I could do. Because I knew if I was going to start talking negative to myself, that would eventually, over hours and days and weeks and months, become habitual, and then you get cast into this mold of negativity. So it's very hard to break out of it, because after a long time it becomes habitual. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. I believe God is perfect. The master universe, the creator of the universe is perfect. Yes, he is. I do believe in excellence, though, and I'm getting there, because in 2.5 years, I've come from a very, very dark place over there to a very amazing place up here. So let me read you one of my scripts. Let me see what I have here. I have self-confidence. I'll just quickly read it to you, and you can just have an understanding. So my progressive relaxation is I relax you from the top of your head all the way down. Well, I relax myself. And now instead of doing it 3 times, I do it once a day for lunch. So that 30 minutes literally is like I've had like an hour to 3 hours of a power nap, and I come out there revitalized, rejuvenated, reinforced. I'm ready to go for the rest of the day. So around about 1 o'clock, I do my own induction. I induce myself. I go out. I count myself up half an hour later, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I can say right now, baby, I'm like freaking die hard after that 30-minute session because it completely calms you down. It gives you clarity of mind for the rest of the day. So the other half of my day is like I've just woken up. So I get double impact out of my day instead of one day out of my energy, in a sense, that is. So progressive relaxation is the first thing you do. It's completely calming and relaxing everything from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes. I count myself into hypnosis myself with the audio on over my ears, okay? And I did this in my car in the beating heat during summer. It was brutal, but anyway, that's for another time, that story. Um, and then I count myself up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake, Kevin, non-suggestible state, and I'd be like, bing, and I would just, let's go, rock and roll. So let me share one of my scripts. I've got 369 of them, okay, because I believe in the Nikola Tesla 369 theory. And that's another thing I can share with you. That's if you want if you want to change in 90 days, it's the 369 theory by Nikola Tesla. All of these guys, the Elon Musks of the world, some of the most powerful law of attraction people all use the 369 theory. And I would suggest looking into that because it works. Where's my 369 journal? Here we are. Is this it here? Boom. This works. I've got another one over there. It works. In 90 days, you've transformed a lot. So this is very powerful. 369. Anyway, let me read you my script, and then it will be the end of our session for tonight. And I'll see you next Thursday night, and I'll teach you more about self-hypnosis and how to unlock. You literally are unlocking the secret source. You're unlocking the infinite intelligence inside of your brain that you have that you can tap into. It's all there for you. Before I read the script to you, I want to share something with you. I want you to know this. You already know everything. Just figure it out. You are the guru. It's within you. When you start to realize, wow, I can do that. Wow, I can think as wow, I can attain that. Wow, I'm available to abundance and prosperity, and I'm available and I'm attainable to love and the twin flame. You start to think differently. You're not the same person anymore. I'm acting all cuckoo. I'm just having fun. I'm excited. So let me read my script to you, and then you can really understand what I've crafted. And I've got everything that you can imagine. Hypnotherapy helps you in so many ways. It's like unlimited potential. Anything you can think of, hypnotherapy can help you with, because I'm not talking to the 10% of you, the consciousness. I'm going into the 90% of you, the almost 90% of you. I'm upgrading that programming. And I guess what? Now we have 100% success. Because that 90% is going to leak into, it's going to match into your into your consciousness, and now so you have 100% success. Because subconscious is so powerful, and it loves metaphors. Metaphors, think of metaphors as stories, little cute, fluffy stories. Because the subconscious mind is like a child, so you have to approach it that way, so you can build rapport and trust with it, because it's a wild child. It's infinite intelligence. It's a source of your magic, of your universe, of your aura. Anyway, let's go. Let me quickly read this to you, and then I got 5 minutes here. So as I've done the progressive relaxation, then I go into my hypnosis script. As you sink deeper into the state of relaxation, feel the calming energy washing over you like a gentle wave, soothing every part of your body and mind. Imagine or visualize yourself in a place where you feel completely safe and at peace. A sanctuary where your true self can emerge, free from all the external pressures and doubts. This is your space, a place where you are completely and authentically you. So I've taken you into the introduction, then just the opening part to really open that door to the subconscious mind. Okay, the subconscious mind, this is your consciousness. Open that door. Now we start massaging it. And here's the script. In the sacred space, allow yourself to connect with the powerful inner light that resides within you. It's not out there, guys. It's in you. You have the source. You have the magic. It's in you. The light is in you. The light represents your self-confidence, a glowing essence that has always been a part of you, waiting to be fully realized. As you focus on this light, feel it beginning to grow stronger and brighter with each breath you take. With every inhale, you draw in more of this light. And with every exhale, you release any fears, doubts, or insecurities that may have been holding you back. So it goes through, then I've got some affirmations that I say, going towards the end of my script, I say to myself, repeat these words to yourself in your mind after me. Now remember, I'm talking into my recording, saying this to myself, which I play back to myself. So it's this complete currency flow going in and out of me, because it's my voice, which my subconscious knows. And remember, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between reality and fantasy. It doesn't know that somebody else exists. It thinks that other person's you. The subconscious mind is very, very selfish. It's very independent, okay? And I give myself some affirmations. I'm confident in my abilities and my decisions. I trust myself completely and embrace my true potential. So I kind of go through that whole process. And that really what elevated me. That really took me to a whole nother level. So that's why when I do my sessions with my clients, they have these almost like not out-of-body experiences, but they go within themselves and they see, some see Jesus, some see a spirit of forgiveness, some see a guru, some see a light, some see themselves in beaming light or Victorian dresses, because you don't need to do drugs to have an out-of-body experience. Go within. That's where the power is. That's where the magnificence lies. It's not out there, guys. It's within you. You possess that. You own that. So unlock that, unleash that, and it'll become you. So I'll put my link down to my website below. If you want, you can go to my calendar, my schedule. I have a free discovery call where we spend, 90 minutes talking about what it is you want to talk about. Maybe you've got a presenting issue. Maybe you just want to catch up more about what I have to offer, or maybe you're keen on what I'll do. And it's free. No obligation. Okay. I'm not strong arming into anything. You decide. Because anything forced is not natural. It's going to fall apart. Life has to be organic. It has to be like a flowing river. So there's a rock, it just flows right over the rock and continues flowing. That's how I want you to be. And I'll leave you with this. We'll catch up next week, Thursday. Same time, 9 to 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. That's Los Angeles time. In South Africa, especially a lot of my clients are, it's 6 a.m. right now. It's also almost 6:30. So I'll see you next week for self-hypnosis lessons. Free. Now, that's not right. That's not free. Nothing's free. Everything is earned. Just show up and you get the knowledge that I can share with you, because I've got many things of value to share with you. Be a leader, not a follower. A lender, not a borrower. And always intend on doing the right thing. Cheers, guys. I'll see you next week for lesson 2 on self-hypnosis, unlocking the massive potential within. Cheers, guys.